What up, dude? Everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome. What up, though, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, dude? What up, dude? What up, dude? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. What up, though, my peeps? The DonDons, y'all back. Y'all back. Baby, we got to get into some things. We got to get into some things concerning a bishop, child. I am trying to post this nipple line. Let me. Oh, here we go. Okay, now there we go. Okay. All right. Y'all might as well go on and put your house shoes on. I mean, well, if you ain't got nowhere else to go today, just put your house shoes on and relax a little bit because we got some things to talk about. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome back. All right. So we are gonna get into this recent motion that the bishop just filed, child, stating that he wants a new trial. Okay. But first, before we get into the documentation, excuse me. And yes, listen, I'm gonna say shout out to him because he keep telling the people to go to the pacer and look up the documents, and that's exactly what we did. We went to the pacer and we looked up the documents. So here we are today. We're gonna talk about those documents. But I want to show y'all this here really quick, and this will let us know exactly what we're discussing. Hold on. Let me delete this really quick. Hey, Aunt Natty. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Vic Speaks Royally. Hey, Simply Elegant of One. Hey, everybody. Did I miss anybody? Hold on. Let me see. I want to make sure I ain't missed it. Miss Veronica, what's going on? Just want to make sure I ain't missed nobody. All right. So I'm about to share this with you guys first. Okay, so this was his Instagram live. We are live on the air, y'all. Just in case y'all come in, we are live. We're live. We're live. Okay, so this was the bishop's video that he did a few hours ago. Okay, and he is telling us to stay tuned. This is Holy Week, sir. Holy Week ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you was found guilty on 5 counts of fraud. Okay, Holy Week ain't got nothing to do with it. So I'm guessing we're supposed to be grateful because you know he told Belmonte during the trial, honey, he told Belmonte during the trial, or he said about Belmonte during the trial that child, he wasn't gonna beat the man up because it was Holy Week, is what he said. Okay, but here we are. Here we are. It's Holy Week again, child. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Holy Week has nothing to do with you being convicted for fraud. It just doesn't. But anyway, let's take a look at this video real quick.
What's up, y'all? In the city. Today is a good day. Motion filed today, asking for a new trial with a lot of the truth that's in it. So everybody that was supporting the bishop.
Sir, I got one question before we even get in these documents. Before we even get into these documents, sir, I gotta ask you something. Why wasn't the truth provided to your attorneys and to the courts? That's what I want to know. Why wasn't the truth provided to them? Like, I'm a little confused. Why wouldn't the truth be provided in the first trial? Now all of a sudden, see you and you speaking out of turn, sir. You just speaking out of turn. The people's just going. Anyway, let me keep going.
Y'all keep supporting me. But I want y'all to go on Pacer. Pull that motion up and see the real truth. See the real lies. See how the FBI set me up. But it's all good, y'all, because God is good and this is Holy Week. I will not be an informant. That's not the bishop. Stay tuned for the truth, y'all.
So you know your motion can be denied, though, right? I'm just saying. You should definitely move in silence when it comes to things like this. I would assume that you would know that, but since you can't help yourself, we're gonna do exactly what you asked us to do. We fit to go to Pacer right now, and we fit to pull up these documents, okay? We're gonna do exactly what you just said to do. Okay, shout out to everybody coming in the room. Shout out to everybody coming in the room. I know that this was a quick, well, I was gonna do this later, but honestly, I'd rather do it now because I got some other stuff to do. Hold on one second. Okay, let me share my screen, and we finna get this pulled up because we sure enough finna talk about it. All right, as y'all can see, now if there is any point in this that I need to redact something, I'll take it off of the screen, and yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know that this is 15 pages, but I feel like that this is very important, and I feel like we need to go over it all, so we're gonna stick around until we go over it all. Okay, I ain't finna break it up. We're about to talk about it all. All right, so this is a memorandum in support of a motion. Okay, now also too, before we get into this, y'all do know that he had already filed a motion through his lawyer, honey. Okay, child. Anywho, let's keep going. Let's do it. So, United States of America against Lamar Whitehead, defendant, Your Honor, preliminary statement. All right, defendant Lamar Whitehead submits this motion pursuant to federal rules of criminal procedure, Rule 29 and 33. This motion includes requests that a judge. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about right here. This is literally the. Child, a family of fraudsters. You ain't never lying. Hold on one second, y'all. I don't think that this. Hold on. I'm looking at these documents before I scroll down any further because I don't want nobody's address or nothing exposed, child. You ain't fit to be saying I'm doing that. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, baby. I'm glad I checked too. Cause one of these pages do okay. But I know when I get to let me put this in my note. All right, got it. Okay, so let's go. Let's go, child. Let's go. Again, I don't want to be accused of, putting out nobody's information, child. So I just wanted to make sure. So let's get into it. All right, defendant Lamar Whitehead submits this motion pursuant to federal rules of criminal procedure, Rule 29 and 33. This motion includes request that the judgment of acquittal be entered pursuant to fed our crime to the federal crime, count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, and count 5, that a new trial be granted pursuant to fed R. So you don't need no new trial. All you had to do is bring the evidence. You and your attorneys bring the right evidence and the proper evidence to the first trial. You do know that the judge can absolutely deny this. Just saying. I'm just saying. What up, though, Tracy? Shout out to Tracy, y'all. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy be getting it done. I appreciate Tracy. I do. He should have, yeah, right. He should have had all the evidence, all the witnesses, everything in the beginning. But y'all, you just heard in that video that he's blaming this on the Fed, setting him up because they wanted him to be an informant for Eric Adams. Child. Okay, anyway. Factual background. Let's get into it. Defendant Lamar Whitehead was tried before the court on a 5-count indictment alleging wire fraud, attempted extortion, false statements, and wire fraud. Trial began when jury selection commenced on February the 26th of 2024 and concluded with a conviction on all counts on March the 11th of 2024. After the verdict was read, a defense counsel made an oral request to have the full 14 days allowed by Rule 29 to submit a written submission. Now, defense counsel did not make a similar request, regarding a Rule 33 motion. However, Rule 33B2 states in a relevant part that any motion for a new trial grounded on any reason other than newly discovered evidence must be filed within 14 days after the verdict or finding of guilty. Therefore, the Rule 33 motion is timely and proper. Okay, so again, they trying to set the stage for us again. I just feel like you should have had all your evidence down there to that courtroom. But anyway, whatever. Oh, y'all can't see it. My bad. Okay, let me put it back on the screen. Okay, sorry. All right. Let me take this off real quick. I think I see something. I'm take it off. I don't want no problems. I want no problems. Y'all know with these court documents, baby, our address will pop up in a minute. You won't even know it. And I just want to be careful. I ain't trying to put nobody business out there, okay? All right, now we are reading strict court documents. So you cannot be upset. You asked us to go to Pacer and grab these documents, and that's exactly what happened, okay? Just letting you know. So we are reading these directly from the courts, okay? All right. Now, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, because y'all know we talk about the bishop all the time over here. And again, shout out to Tracy. All right, let's get into it. Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 29C1 states that a defendant may move a judgment of acquittal or renew such a motion within 14 days after the guilty verdict or after the court discharges the jury, whichever is later. While Rule 29C3 states that a defendant need not have to have made a motion for a judgment of acquittal prior to the court submitting the case to the jury, such a motion was made. All right. As stated in United States versus Arena, it states that the court, in considering a motion under the Rule 29, must determine whether, upon evidence given full play to the right of the jury to determine credibility, weigh the evidence, and draw uh, inferences and examples. Okay, so again, they're just setting the stage on how you may be able to uh, uh, ask for the acquittal or ask for a new trial. All right. Count one. Count one relates to here we go. Here we go. This by Anderson. Let's get into it, y'all. That last name, that Anderson and that Whitehead last name. My lord, my lord, my lord. Okay, shout out to 67 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Yeah, he questioned credibility, right? The same thing I said. Okay. Um, count one relates to the so-called, and literally, I'm reading. They literally put the so-called Anderson fraud, okay? Because that is what they named it in the indictment. There is insignificant evidence as to any intent to defraud, as well as any material misstatement. There is no proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead ever had any intent to defraud Miss Pauline Anderson. There is evidence that Lamar Whitehead acted in good faith regarding this investment up until the point that Miss Anderson threatened legal action and after a lawsuit which predated the 1 year end term of the agreement. Oh, child. What? All right. Additionally, there was no evidence presented that Lamar Whitehead personally made the alleged material misstatements. The evidence at trial shows at best that Rashid Anderson told his mother that Whitehead has said he would use the money to buy Miss Anderson a house. There is no, there is not an indication that Whitehead himself made that promise. While some of the evidence okay, wait. I think I just I'm double reading. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Maybe if I zoom in, I can see it better. Okay, here we go. While some of the evidence at trial indicates that Mr. Whitehead later made statements to Miss Anderson after the beginning of the agreement to the effect of, and this is in quotations, we are going to get you that house. Okay, that's what he told Miss Anderson. Is what he's saying. There is no credible evidence that this was the actual statement that Lamar Whitehead made in order to get Pauline Anderson to transfer the money. This is supported by the cross-examination of Pauline Anderson, where she states clearly that she had no direct conversations with Lamar Whitehead via call or text about the investment or inquiring about the status of the money prior to 2021. There was no evidence that Lamar Whitehead was ever, or that he had ever requested $90,000 prior to November. Okay. Shout out to everybody coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, please, please, please. In the United States versus Norlick, I can't really say that. I'm not going to try to butcher that. But the defendant is making a Rule 29 motion for convictions for both fraud and wire fraud. Argued that the documents introduced at another trial show the defendants wanted all non-affiliate bondholders to tend to their bonds and be paid in full. Okay, so I think this is setting us up for something else. So I'm just to move on. All right. Now the evidence clearly shows that prior to the lawsuit, Lamar Whitehead stated that in no uncertain terms, that his intention to deliver on the investment that Pauline Anderson had made, this defeats the intent to defraud element. And you lie. Come on now, bro. Come on, this is the one thing that I don't understand. Why wasn't, because you're saying that the truth is in this, and we still got some time. Okay, we're on page 3 of 15. I get it, but sir, okay, do you have evidence to back up your claims? Do you have evidence to literally back up your claims? I'm trying to figure out. You at this point, it sounds like you would need to fire your legal team, because it sounds like your legal team wasn't doing the job that they should have been doing. I'm just saying. Am I wrong for thinking that? I know you can't see the document. There's a reason why you can't see the document, because I haven't had time to redact certain things. Um, I I'm just wondering. I'm really just wondering. Exactly. Thank you. Just because you're asking for a new trial does not mean it'll be granted. Absolutely. All right. Let's get into the next piece of this. It should additionally be noted that no direct evidence was presented that the clerk or transfers utilized the New York Federal Reserve in Manhattan, or therefore that there was venue that there was venue in the Southern District of New York where the checks would have been used. Okay, so I think that's just setting us up for the jurisdiction. Let's get into the next piece. Okay, 2 counts related to the so-called Belmonte fraud. Now we're getting into Belmonte, okay? In this case, there was no fraud as alleged by the government. It is clear from the text messages and that, let me start that over. Sorry, y'all. Count 2 relates to the so-called Belmonte fraud. In this case, there was no fraud as alleged by the government. It is clear from the text and messages that these supposed $500,000 that Brandon Belmonte was to give Lamar Whitehead was not some payment, but a high-interest hard money loan. There is no benefit to Lamar Whitehead from taking the loan other than, as he stated, the fact that he felt it would be helped to develop business relationship between Belmonte and Whitehead. Belmonte would have given the loan, which could have had interest as high as 20%. Girl, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm asking y'all to think logically. Y'all, I'm just saying. It's something serious. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so count 2 relates to the so-called Belmonte fraud. In this case, there was no fraud as alleged by the government. It is clear from the text and the messages that the supposed $500,000 that Brandon Belmonte was to give Lamar Whitehead was not some payment, but a high interest hard money loan. There was no benefit to Lamar Whitehead from taking the loan other than, as he stated, the fact that he felt it would help develop the business relationship between Belmonte and Whitehead. Belmonte would have given the loan, which could have had interest as high as 20%, and would have been repaid that loan plus the high interest. This makes clear that any intent to defraud is not supported by the evidence. Yeah, it sounds like you need to do something with your legal team over there. I'm just saying, because, okay. Anyway, make me feel like I'm slow, but this is literally how they put this in here. I ain't that slow. Hell, now I stumble up on my words and stuff, but my damn. So he lied to the judge on the stand. Thank you, Tracy. And this is why I say your legal team is like, dude, you need to find you another one. You need to do something. I think it's a little too late, but anyway, child, whatever. So then it says that why would an individual defraud another of a high interest loan that they would have had to pay back 20% interest? This is again similar to Norlick, all right? If Lamar Whitehead intended to pay back the loan, which there is no evidence that he did not, then Lamar Whitehead did not have the intent to defraud required for this charge. Much like how the element was defeated by the documentation shown in the Norlick trial. Again, you know, they give you examples. Y'all know how the documents work. They give you examples of different stuff. And that's what his legal team did. Mr. Whitehead is repeatedly asked about the contract and the manner and timing of the transfer, while Mr. Belmonte provides numerous different untrue retaliations for why the contract and payment have not been transmitted. Okay. Additionally, this contract would have placed a lien on the property in Connecticut. Had Mr. Whitehead not paid back the loan, there would have been a lien on the property, preventing any potential loss to Mr. Belmonte. Girl, oh, I'm really starting to believe that because I know I ain't that slow, and I stumbles over my words. You know, I got a little problem, so I stumbles over my words. But I'd be darned if some of this ain't written in all kind of just weird ways, child. Like, what is going on here? Okay. In addition to the material misstatement allegedly made by Brandon Belmonte that Lamar Whitehead could get improper favors from government officials, is not borne out by any of the evidence presented at trial. Sir. Okay, Tracy. Okay. Tracy said, "Why would listen?" Okay. Whitehead wrote it. Okay. Okay. Given that there was not significant evidence that Lamar Whitehead actually promised anything improper from the government officials or from a government officials, there is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt of any material misstatement, which is required to convict, where Lamar Whitehead to have promised things that he could actually deliver, or which he believed in good faith he could deliver. Then there is no material statement. Sir, what you not about to do is sit up and pretend like you didn't say nothing like that. You try to call a man on the phone, and when you try to call the man on the phone because you say you can get a meeting with the man faster than anybody else, you call that man and that man sent you the voicemail. Okay, this is what I want you to know. The man sent you straight over there to the voicemail. So, like, come on, man. You think his lawyers are regurgitating? Child, Chef, his legal team probably quit because he didn't pay. Okay. There was not evidence presented which proves beyond a reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead made any material misstatements, honey. As seen in Government Exhibit 101 T2 and throughout 100 series, Brandon Belmonte is the one who continuously brought up elected officials such as the mayor, to which Lamar Whitehead response was consistently that they did not have to break the law, and he had never accepted money from a government official. Let me read this again. Whitehead's response was consistently that they did not have to break the law, and that he had never accepted money from a government official, and that he had never paid anyone off, And then we about to get into these text messages because they do provide the text messages. Okay. Victim 2 is Belmonte. Always remember that, okay? Defendant, of course, is Whitehead. Let's get into these text messages. Okay, victim 2. Belmonte. Belmonte. What about the people money we gotta pay off? Now, this literally, I'm literally saying this how he typed it. I mean, how they put it in here, okay? Defendant says, nah. Belmonte texts back and say, nah, with a question mark. Defendant sighs. If these is text message, how the hell y'all know the defendant side? Okay, anyway. So then Belmonte says nobody. Defendant. Listen to this. Let me explain something to you, brother. Right. If we need a consultant, we can pay a consultant. Belmonte responds with right. Whitehead says, that's it. Belmonte says, yeah, here go Whitehead. But when you come in with power, you ain't gotta pay nobody, bro. That's when you start getting in trouble. Isn't that something? That's when people start talking. Oh yeah, you paid me. No, I don't. I don't need to do that, bro. I've never taken no money from no government. I never in my life paid nobody off in my life. Again, y'all, I'm just reading it. I know some of y'all probably can't take it, but I'm reading exactly how these messages and stuff, how it sounds. All right. So they use this as evidence, and so it says this makes clear that the idea of some improper action from a government official was the idea of Brandon Belmonte, and B, that Lamar Whitehead clearly rejects any kind of improper action or endowment to any government officials. Now, this shows that there was not a material misstatement made by Lamar Whitehead of the type claimed by the government, that Lamar Whitehead promised improper actions or favors from the government's officials. Sir, I don't think you can't be this obtuse. Eric Adams is a government official. Like, what we talking about? You literally said that you had access to this man beyond access for anybody else. You say you can get a meeting with this man quicker than anybody else. What that sound like to you? I'm just confused. Girl, like, what? Okay. You will really make your head hurt trying to figure this man out. My Lord, today. The only way that the jury could have determined that Lamar Whitehead made a material misstatement by promising any kind of favors is he could not deliver from the government officials is if the jury took Brandon Belmonte's statement for their truth. The mere context provided by those statements is insignificant. How is it insignificant, sir? How? If you were talking about a government official at the time, how is any of it insignificant, sir? Whew. His wife has to be nutty as him to put up with his BS. Maybe she got away as soon as she started the BS was starting. Child, I don't know. The only way that the jury could have convicted on count 2 and count 3, as discussed, is if the jury took Brandon Belmonte's statement for the truth of the matter asserted, which they could not properly do. The introduction of these statements without Belmonte's testimony was predicated on them not being used for the truth of the matter asserted. So he is asking for the acquittal of count 2. Okay. So he has asked for an acquittal of count 2 and count 1, I believe. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So he has so far asked for acquittal on both of those accounts. All right. A judgment of acquittal should be entered in as count 3. There is no evidence presented at trial to prove there was not any evidence presented at trial to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead attempted extortion against Brandon Belmonte. So it goes on to say that there was no proof beyond reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead took a substantial step towards attempting to obtain $5,000 from Brandon Belmonte through the use or threat of force or fear. Now, we did hear during the trial that you told him the exact same thing you just came and told us, is that it's Holy Week. So you weren't going to whoop the man because it was Holy Week during that time, okay? If it wasn't Holy Week, I guess you'd have took him out to the field and beat his ass. I'm just saying what you said, okay? You said it. Not nobody else. You said it, okay? Also, too, let's not forget, you done told on yourself. You've literally told on yourself numerous times when you've told the story about the $5,000. You've told on yourself, sir. Like, I don't see the judge honestly granting any of this because literally, sir, all of this evidence was proved at trial from the other parties. Like, sir. You are referring to the runaway wife. That is too funny. Not runaway wife. Okay. Lamar Whitehead and Brandon Belmonte had already agreed that Lamar Whitehead would be given the $5,000 for a rental car. There is no indication that Lamar Whitehead was attempting to get Brandon Belmonte to give him money or property, merely that he was discussing money already agreed upon. This is made clear by the fact that Mr. Whitehead and Mr. Belmonte immediately go back to the discussing business on the same call. Okay. And Brandon Belmonte was repeated. Well, it says, as discussed above, Brandon Belmonte was repeatedly asked if Lamar Whitehead had attempted to extort him of $5,000, despite being given multiple opportunities to state that Lamar Whitehead had extorted him or attempted to extort him. Brandon Belmonte made the conscious decision not to. Where? You do remember that man did a whole entire radio interview where he snitched on you. Called you the thug bishop is actually what he called you. Like, therefore, the verdict as to count 3 should be set aside and a judgment of acquittal should be entered into this count. Count number 4. We getting there, y'all. We getting there. I promise. Count number 4. A judgment of acquittal should be entered in as count number 4. It is not contested that Mr. Whitehead was asked if he had another phone that the federal agents could call him on. Okay? It was no witness who had a specific recollection of a specific question which was asked that did not have the qualifier of asking if federal agents could contact Mr. Whitehead on another phone, nor was any question without the qualifier reflected in any law enforcement paperwork. Okay? The government's position is that Lamar Whitehead made a materially false statement to law enforcement because when Lamar Whitehead was asked, do you have another cell phone that we can call you on, he was supposed to have understood that the law enforcement was actually asking him, do you own another cell phone? There is no evidence that any law enforcement officer has a specific recollection of the questions that had been asked. Okay. Allowing the conviction on this count to stand would expand the preview of 18 U.S. C, anyway, to incredible and terrifying lengths. All right. It would allow for federal agents to ask an individual a question that indicates, they indicate and convict that the individual, because of their statement, would have been materially false if the federal agents asked him similar questions, but a different question. Can I just say this? And I would love to see the transcripts from the actual from, I know several people have went over the transcripts, but I would actually like to see the transcripts and what was said, because if I can remember correctly, not the transcripts, but the original when it was explained in his indictment. I'm really trying to remember. Was it asked did he have another cell phone, or was it asked if he has another phone that we can call you on? So I feel like in this particular area of this, I feel like they can really play with the words and stuff. I don't know. I'm no attorney or nothing like that, but to me, it's like a play of words to me, for this particular count. All right. So now the government argued in their response that an individual is not allowed to lie to the FBI because they don't want the FBI to contact them. But this is an inaccurate representation of the facts. If the FBI wanted to ascertain if Lamar Whitehead had a second cell phone that he owned and used, they could have asked, do you have another cell phone, without any additional qualification. But they did not. This was not reflected in any 302. Now we submit that had Special Agent Thomas Ford asked, do you have a second cell phone, without qualification? And Lamar Whitehead had said, no, I don't have any other phones. Also without qualification. Sir, you would have lied if you told the people, no, I don't have any other phones. I'm confused. That means you had no other phones besides the one that was on you at the time. What are we talking about? Sir, it's all a lie. It's still a lie. I don't care how you word it. It's still a lie. Your response is what made it a lie. I'm just saying. But anyway, child. Okay. Without qualifications, then that absolutely would have been on record in law enforcement paperwork and testified to at trial. Child, but the fact is that you knew what them people were saying. You did. Nice try. Sir, I have you to know. I want to know, how long is it going to take for the judge to review this? That's what I want to know. Tracy, I got a question. We need to find it out. How long is it going to take the people to review this motion? Yeah. Do they have a specific amount of time to respond to this motion? I'm just wondering. They had the 14 days to file a motion. Do they have a specific day that they need to respond to this motion? Because I want to be front row and center, child. All right. As it should be noted that Special Agent Thomas Ford, as discussed related to the warrants, made false sworn statements in numerous warrant applications stating that a May 5th 2022 call, which was actually recorded by Brendan Belmonte and handed over to the FBI weeks later, was recorded by a FBI agent. This statement was made in at least 6 warrant applications. This brings Thomas Ford's credibility into question, which could have had a significant impact on the verdict, even though Special Agent Ford did not testify. Okay. Cheryl, that's a good point. That's a good point, Cheryl. It's definitely a good point. But and they also question him about his daughter's phone and stuff too. So yeah, that's definitely a good observation there. Now, additionally, there was insignificant evidence of venue. While the agents testified that they worked out of the New York City field office in Manhattan, there was no significant testimony that the allegedly false statement impacted their investigation in the Southern District of New York. Count 5. Okay, y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. Hey, Mrs. Parker. Y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right. Now this is count 5. With regards of count 5, the evidence was insignificant. No evidence was presented as to scroll over now, Shell. As to identity, and the representative of Fundora testified solely that they had a conversation with someone. There was no IP address analysis, no phone records, and or no digital forensics evidence clearly trying Lamar Whitehead to the alleged Fundora fraud. Now y'all know that this fifth count was about him lying on the documents, lying on the documents. So we're about to get into that in just a second. Right, right. So basically, this is the way that I think about the cell phone thing, right? I think if they ask you if you have another phone that I could call you on, if anybody in the house or if there's any other phones in the house, you would need to say, yeah, I have other phones. I mean, that's period. You want to play with your words, or you want to play with the words of the federal agents, but I totally agree, Bama girl. It seems more like if I ask you, is there another way for me to contact you, and you say no, that means that you don't have any other phones in the house, right? I mean, it's just that simple. If they caught this man when he was getting ready to come out of his house and they asked you these simple questions about if you had any other cell phones that they could contact you on, and you said no, again, you're trying to play with these people's words because they asked you a specific question. That means, again, is there anybody else in the home, or is there any other phones that is in the house? Come on now. Like, you can't be that serious. Like, let's be for real. Okay, so let's get into this next piece. Now, this last piece is about the home loan. Okay, so let's get into it. There was additionally numerous other records of uncharged bad acts, such as a records from Homebridge, FM Home Loans. Okay, Bethpage, First American, Connect One, and so on were all used to show that they allegedly. Hold on, let me back this up. There was additionally numerous other records of uncharged bad acts, such as records from Homebridge, FM Home Loans, Bethpage, First American, Connect One, and so on, were all used to show that the allegedly fraudulent documentation uploaded was done by Lamar Whitehead with intent to defraud. The sheer volume of these documents likely overwhelmed the jury. Oh, God. April 16th is the deadline, but they can answer early. Okay, cool. We definitely gonna keep an eye on this right here. Cause sir, what? Okay, maybe I can put this on the screen now. I don't see it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, we got it. Okay, so here we are. Additionally, it should be noted that the exhibit from am I saying that right? Fundura in the 400 series shows that there was a pre-qualification for multiple loans done before any documentations or any documents was uploaded, and that it appears that the borrower declined all of those pre-qualifications, which defeats any intent to defraud. This man cannot be serious. Hold on one second. I did want to see something. Okay, that's about Belmonte. Okay. Uh, Where was I? Okay, right here. All right. Additionally, it should be noted that the exhibits from Fundora in the 400 series shows that there was a pre-qualification for multiple loans done before any documents were uploaded, and that it appears that the borrower declined all of those pre-qualifications, which defeat the intent to defraud. GX 40702, page 3 and 4 shows the bank statements were uploaded on 6/12 of 2018 at approximately 3:30 p.m., all within a few seconds of one another. GX 4070004 or 004, page 1 shows that the pre-qualifications for Cabbage was done at 1:03 p.m. on 6/12/2018 and was declined by the borrower. GX 4070009 shows the pre-qualifications for Blue Vine was done at 1:28 p.m. on 6/12/18 and was declined by the borrower. GX 40701 now Whitehead, you getting all these declines, you not fit to figure out how you can qualify, sir. I think you about to open up another can of worms that you just not ready for. I really do. I just do. Cause sir, what? This is concerning and not concerning in the defense for you. Anyway, GX 407-010 shows pre-qualifications for Fundbox was done at 1:28 p.m. on 6/12 of 2018 and was declined by the borrower. GX 407-011 shows the pre-qualifications for On Deck Capital was done at 1:28 p.m. on 6/12/2018. This was listed as underwritten at 1:32 p.m. and declined by the borrower. This makes clear that these bank statements had nothing to do with any of the pre-qualifications. Absent any concrete evidence any concrete evidence of identity, it could not properly be determined beyond a reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead was guilty of count 5. There is a clear lack of proof of identity here. Any proof of identity is purely speculative and not even close to proof beyond reasonable doubt. Oh, absolutely. I believe that too, Nikita. Hey, Ray Mel. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Please don't charge it to me if I didn't speak. Hey, everybody. But I do agree with that. Is it Nikita? I agree with that. All right. Now, this is a motion for a new trial. Additionally, defendant Lamar Whitehead moves for a new trial under Rule 33 as stated in United States versus Philippe. Okay. 481. Me saying all that, y'all don't even know what. I mean, I'm not going to say y'all don't know what they mean, but I don't know what they mean. Anyway. As a new trial should be granted on the basis of A, lack of sufficient evidence at trial, B, the lack of evidence of chain of custody of recordings made by Brandon Belmonte, C, the denial of the ability to call Brandon Belmonte as a witness, D, the denial of the ability to call Mark Kaplan as a witness, the denial of calling Dino, I'm not going to try to say his last name, as a witness, and F, the denial of the motion. F, the denial of the motion for mistrial, and G, the lack of ability to re-argue the search warrants issued. While the council did not specifically request a Rule 33 motion, schedule Rule 33B2 states that a motion for a new trial grounded on any reason, then newly discovered evidence must be filed within 14 days after the verdict. Okay. The first reason a new trial should be granted is that if the court were to sit as a 13th juror, the evidence is clearly insufficient. As these flaws were discussed above, there is no need to reiterate them here. However, it should be noted that the flaws related to Belmonte's statement being admitted are of specific importance here. I'm sorry, I just made all that up. However, it should be noted that the flaws related to Belmonte's statement being admitted are of significant import here. As is the fact that conflicts in the testimony of both Rashid and Pauline Anderson render at least one of them not credible. So you render one of them not credible. Sir, I want you to stop. I really do. This is crazy. Why couldn't he question them well, everyone but Belmonte? Right. Okay. The second reason a new trial should be granted is that there is a serious chain of custody issues regarding the recordings of calls which were introduced. For example, Brandon Belmonte made a recording of a call with Lamar Whitehead on May the 12th of 2022, which was handed over to law enforcement on May the 13th of 2022. However, Brandon Belmonte made a recording of a call with Lamar Whitehead on May the 5th of 2022, but did not give that recording to law enforcement until May 24th of 2022, 19 days after the call was made. Brandon Belmonte handed over call recordings on May the 13th of 2022, so it is suspicious that a call made on May the 5th of 2022 was not handed over on that date. The May 4th, 2022 recording was not handed over until May the 6th of 2022, and the May 18th, 2022 recording was not handed over until May 24th of 2022. These matters could not be inquired into as Brandon Belmonte was not able to be called as a witness discussed, above. Additionally, the government removed S.A. Ford from their witness list shortly before the trial. After it was... Wait, what? One of so so to elaborate on the one or more. I'm assuming what he's saying is he's saying that Miss Pauline Anderson is not the credible one. That's what I would assume. Y'all let me know what would y'all assume? Would y'all assume that he's saying that Rashid is not credible, or would you assume that he's saying that I would assume that it's Miss Pauline Anderson that he's saying is not credible. That's what I got from that. But yeah, you're right. You're right. And they both had evidence. They both had their evidence. They both had they stuff down to the trial. Where was I, Lord? I don't remember. Lord Jesus, I don't want to read nothing over again. Which meant I don't know where I was. Additionally, the government removed. I feel like I read this. Is he saying both? I thought he said one of them could be seen as not credible. He says at least one of them renders at least one of them not credible. Both. Okay, wait. Let me read this. However, it should be noted that the flaws related to Belmonte's statement being admitted are of specific import here, as is the fact that conflicts in the testimony of both Rashid and Pauline Anderson renders at least one of them not credible. Got you. Yeah, I see. He's trying to discredit both, but he's definitely mainly discrediting. He definitely wants to discredit Miss Anderson for sure, and it's all because of that lawsuit, child. But I get it. I get it now. Because he's just wasting everybody's time at this point, child. Okay. All right, so we read this part. This leads into the third reason a new trial should be granted, that the defense was not allowed to call Brenda Belmonte as a witness. This point was raised extensively in motion practice, so those arguments are not raised again here. The preclusion of calling Brenda Belmonte prevented Lamar Whitehead from being able to confront his accuser. The witness against him, as granted by the Sixth Amendment confrontation clause. Now, Brenda Belmonte claimed that he would have invoked his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent as to all. Well, I got a question though. I mean, Brenda Belmonte should shut his tail up because I mean he federally indicted too, right? I mean, am I just saying? I mean, I know it's an option, but I'm just saying, would it? I mean, he in trouble too. So won't he shut up? Wouldn't he need to shut up? And then my next question is, and I guess this is for someone, you know, who practices law, but my next question would be in regards to this, since you're saying that a new trial needs to be granted because Brandon Belmonte chose to invoke his Fifth Amendment right. So is what I'm just saying, the man really do need to be quiet. So could the judge grant or make him testify in regards to this? I mean, I'm a little confused because I would think that man would just need to shut up. I really do. I would just think he would just need to be quiet. Whatever it is whatever it is, because that man is already in enough trouble. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. So he can confront his accuser, but his preclusion was still improper. In this case, the government and Brenda Belmonte used the Fifth Amendment to prevent Mr. Whitehead from exercising his right under the Sixth Amendment. It is additionally clear that the jury could not have convicted unless they took Brandon Belmonte's words for truth of the matter asserted, as discussed in this as well. It should also be noted that the defense counsel did not ask Brandon Belmonte any question which could incriminate him unless he had fabricated evidence or lied to the FBI. If that were the case, then the probative value of that evidence or allowing Mr. Belmonte to plead the fifth in front of a jury would far outweigh any possible uh 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 Lord, y'all know what the word is. Y'all can see it. Listen, another question I got. This a lot of questions. This a lot of questions. Okay, so if it's your right to plead the fifth, to invoke your Fifth Amendment right, I guess I'm still confused. What is going to happen with Belmonte at this particular point? What's going to happen to him? We don't know when his trial is going to be. So can they make him testify, or is he going to get to come back and say, I plead the fifth again? Then I would want to know, what do you want out of this? If he has the right to plead the fifth or to invoke his fifth Amendment, I keep saying plead the fifth, which is the same, but to invoke his Fifth Amendment, then I want to know. I might have to ask Pam. Hopefully Pam discussed this so cause I got some questions. Why is Belmonte in trouble? Belmonte was indicted on fraud charges as well, several fraud charges as well. Hold on one second. Because I'm glad we talking about it, because I'm going to pull it up right now. Brendan Belmonte. I ain't going to even hold you. I forgot what he was indicted for. Okay, hold on. All right, we're going to put a pause on this just real quick. I'm going to move to Brendan Belmonte just really, really, really quick. We'll come back to this. I will put it here where I know my place is at. Okay, so Brandon Belmonte. This is what Brandon Belmonte is in trouble for, and I'll make this quick. A city businessman accused by flashy Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead of slandering him to the FBI, leading to federal charges, has been arrested for allegedly running a fraudulent luxury car rental line. Brandon Belmonte, 39, was busted for allegedly using two straw buyers to get financing for his luxury car fleet, hiding that they'd really be used as rentals for his business, VIP cars, NYC, and in the Bronx, according to federal indictment. Belmonte also was accused of hiding from insurance companies that the vehicles would be rented out to. The indictment charges him as well for that. Now, Belmonte appeared in Brooklyn federal court Friday. When was this written? This was August the 4th. So basically he got in trouble for running from the insurance companies, and then also fraudulently running his luxury car business. Okay, so that's what he's in trouble for. But I feel like Belmonte had a superseding indictment as well. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to look it up. But I want to say he had a superseding indictment as well. All right. So that's about Belmonte. Let's get back into this. Mr. Belmonte testified outside the presence of a jury on March the 5th, 2024. Mr. Belmonte responded to questions asking his age, the state he currently resides in, and confirming that he knows Lamar Whitehead. After this point, Mr. Belmonte on the advice of counsel, invoked his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent as to every other question. It should be noted that Brandon Belmonte not testifying hides if Mr. Belmonte was located in a one-party consent or two-party consent state when these recordings were made, which we believe is relevant to the question of if Mr. Belmonte was biased, which is never. Okay, question. Let me. I'm to Google it, baby. Google is your friend. So that must mean the recording laws are different from New Jersey to New York. Let's see, New Jersey. Okay, New Jersey is one party, and New York is too, according to this Swift Google's. Wait, let me see. Yeah, both New York and New Jersey is one party. Just based off of what I just found. So like, sir, what do this even mean? Because my guess would be is that's the way that you're doing it because of New York versus New Jersey. Yeah, he definitely tried that one. He definitely tried that one, Tracy, but I had to find that one quick. Okay, period. Okay, so anyway, this is the conversation that he's having. So Q&A. So it's asked, and can you tell us how you know Mr. Whitehead? On the advice of counsel, I'm revoking my Fifth Amendment right not to answer questions. Can you tell us when you first met Mr. Whitehead? Okay, he again states that he's invoking his Fifth Amendment right. Can you tell us, do you own a body shop? He damn sure shouldn't speak on that because I think that would affect his current case. You better be quiet. Okay, anyway, so he invokes his Fifth Amendment right. Can you tell us, have you owned nay business before? Okay. He says that he's revoking his Fifth Amendment right. Can you tell us, did there come a time that you went to the United States Attorney's Office? He invokes his Fifth Amendment. Did Lamar Whitehead try to extort $5,000 from you? He invokes his Fifth Amendment. Did Lamar Whitehead try to get a loan, get you to loan him $500,000 and promise you favors with the mayor? He pleads his Fifth Amendment right there. Did you tell the FBI that the mayor of New York told you to do business with Lamar Whitehead because he does big things? Is that right? On the advice of counsel, I am invoking my Fifth Amendment right not to answer those questions. Have you owned any build in the Bronx in 2022? His Fifth Amendment right. Are you the owner of? I'm gonna just get past that. Sorry, I mean I'm pretty sure y'all saw that. Fifth Amendment right. Did Lamar Whitehead ever tell you that he removed a stop work order by calling the mayor and getting it removed? He invoked his Fifth Amendment right. Belmonte, I want to know these questions too, child. Why you keep revoking your Fifth Amendment right? Yeah, he didn't really answer none of these questions. Why you keep doing that, sir? I don't know what you got to say. Okay, so did you tamper with any of the recordings when you were recording Lamar Whitehead for the FBI? He invokes his Fifth Amendment right. Was this a sting operation against the mayor of New York? He invokes his Fifth Amendment right. Do you have any proof or agreements for working with the FBI on this case. He invokes his Fifth Amendment right. Were all the calls with the FBI consensual? He invokes his Fifth Amendment right. Did you make the recording with the FBI? He invokes his Fifth Amendment right. Who was the target of this investigation? Fifth Amendment. Do you have a corporation agreement with respects to the case in the Eastern District? Yeah. Well, he didn't answer. Did Lamar Whitehead ever try to attempt to extort $5,000 in 2022? So y'all thought if y'all asked that question one more time and y'all thought y'all worded it different, that he was gonna answer it. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but I guess y'all thought he was gonna answer. Y'all thought if y'all added a year to it, he was gonna answer that question any different, but nope. Sure did Lamar Whitehead ask you for $500,000 in exchange for a stake in real estate and promise you favors with the mail? Notice that they reworded that as well, and he still invoked his Fifth Amendment right. So clearly, he invoked his Fifth Amendment right in regards to this. Child. At this point, the government asked Mr. Belmonte if there are any substantive questions as to which he would not invoke his Fifth Amendment rights to, which Mr. Belmonte responded that there were not, child. So in other words, no matter how many questions you ask me, no matter how you ask me, no matter what way you ask me, I am pleading the fifth, child. Well, so he's still doing business with no. Nah. I don't think he can do no type of business. Yeah, I don't think he can do no type of business at all. I don't think. Let me look at this. Hold on one second. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Don't forget now. Don't forget. Okay. Where was I? It is of particular note that Mr. Belmonte refused to answer if he had a corporation agreement, which would impact his ability to invoke his Fifth Amendment right. While the Fifth Amendment is broad, a review of the questions making clear that there is not a single question which defense counsel put to Mr. Belmonte which could elect a response, honey. That he ain't for to give y'all no response. Okay. And also, too, let me just say this. Whitehead. How can he be? What you mean? Can you elaborate on that for me in chat? How can you plead the fifth when he has recordings of the bishop? Oh, I see what y'all saying. I see what y'all saying. I do agree on that. I do believe that Belmonte is much smarter than Whitehead. I do believe that. I do believe. Now, you still dumb as a box of rocks to be sitting up here doing what you was doing. And I'm gonna have to look into their insurance running stuff because y'all know I do work in insurance, and I would love to know what he was trying to do over there. Now I had done some research on Brandon Belmonte, and I've done some research on Whitehead. So there actually was I haven't checked it recently, but there was a lawsuit where Whitehead was actually suing, and I find it weird that it has never come up. But Whitehead was actually suing the VIP rental cars separately. And I thought that was crazy. Um, just watch. Okay. Okay. Uh, um, 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 where was I? Because the questions, uh, conceivably incriminating unless Mr. Belmonte had lied to the FBI or tampered with these recordings. If Mr. Belmonte had lied to the FBI and or tampered with the recordings which were entered into evidence, then the probative value of those questions would be so significant that even if Mr. Belmonte is invoking his Fifth Amendment rights, it would far outweigh any prejudicial effects. I got to take my time and say some of these words, child. I'll be stumbling over and y'all think I'll be Wanda Jr. over here. Had Brandon Belmonte testified and the jury heard these questions, it is likely that the jury's decision would have been different. How much does it cost to file a lawsuit? I don't think it costs that much. I think the cost comes more from your attorneys than anything. I don't think it costs that much. Okay, we almost done, y'all. Y'all hang in there. We almost done. Maybe. No, we almost done for. Okay. Additionally, as stated in Crawford versus Washington, y'all know, we cannot agree with the Chief Justice that the fact that a statement might be testimonial does nothing to undermine the wisdom of one of these hearsay expectations. Citation omitted. Okay, involvement of the government's officers in the production of testimony with an eye toward trial presents unique potential. Wait a minute. Wait, really? Wait. So you you don't just have to pay the okay, wait. So you don't have to pay the filing fee? So the filing fee is separate from the regular, I mean just the like the I don't know. Cause here I think all you gotta do is pay the filing fee and then of course pay your attorneys and stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the lawyer was the most expensive part. Yeah, that's why I was thinking it didn't cost that much. Okay, you had less than $10 in your account, but you was out here suing everybody. You sued Miss Tarsha, you sued Tasha K, you sued Larry Reed, you sued King Jives, you sued Belmonte, you sued you done sued everybody. I mean, seriously. You done sued everybody. Anyway. But I'm curious. Okay, cause again, like here in Texas, all you have to do is pay for the filing fee and then pay for your attorney. So you got to pay for another fee on top of the filing fee. Okay, let me see. Exactly, Chef. I can file a one-page lawsuit myself and only pay $25 if the person is. Oh, okay. I get it. I got it. Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. He must have been suing them. No afterpay. I want to see something else though. That was good. feel like more time and again throughout a history. Let me justified. Okay, these recordings were either made by Brandon Belmonte himself with the intention that they would be given to the FBI for purpose of investigating and prosecuting Lamar Whitehead, or made by members of the FBI for the purpose of investigating and prosecuting Lamar Whitehead. All of these statements were made with an eye towards trial. Crawford lays out that this is the most important instances for our formal out of court interrogation of a witness to obtain evidence for trial. Okay, so they're basically throwing in the fact that they must have questioned him before the trial and questioned him elsewhere, because of course he didn't show up to the trial. Baby, they say they y'all is funny, Southern Belle and Brittany. Afterpay is hilarious, honey. Okay, let's keep going. Now, Michigan versus Bryant 562 US 344. I'm not gonna say all the numbers. While those are the most important, they are not the only ones. The modern formulation of hearsay, its expectations, does not and cannot override the Sixth Amendment right of a defendant to confront the witness against them. Lamar Whitehead was prejudiced. Wait, that is not how. Okay, breaking news, honey. He won't stop posting. Hold on. Now I'm gonna just say this one thing. I want you to get on here and say, "Oh, the bloggers, the YouTubers, the YouTubers get on there and all they do is lie." I want you to say that because we did exactly what you said. You said the truth was gonna be in this. Where's the truth? Gonna be sitting up here stumbling over these damn words for you, sir. Oh, that ain't nothing. I already seen it. Okay, I had already seen that, child. That ain't nothing. Yeah, listen. I'm to tell y'all right now. I'm to move on to the fifth reason. The fourth reason, we can clearly see what the fourth reason is. I'm to move on to the fifth. But if they were out of state, it's more, and the page count makes it more. The max filing fee is $300 if you file yourself. If you have a lawyer, it's $1,000. Because they can file bigger cases. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. I'm moving on, y'all, because what I'm not supposed to do is go through United States versus Senate feet and all these people. I'm not supposed to do all that, okay? But I am about to go to the fourth and fifth reason, all right? And here we are. The fourth reason for the new trial to be granted is that the defendant was precluded from calling Mark Kaplan as a witness. Mark Kaplan would have provided vital context to the events described. He is a fact witness present for a number of materials which were brought up by the government and would have been given the jury critical context that could have materially impacted their decision as to count one. This testimony would have gone beyond impeachment and credibility, as it could have shown bias on part of Rashid and Pauline Anderson's, um and bias is never collateral. Hmm. Hmm. So I don't really think you wanted Mark to show up either. But anyway, let's keep it going. The fifth reason for a new trial to be granted is so that the defendant was precluded from calling Dino. I'm not going to try to say his last name as a witness. Dino would have provided vital context to the events described and would have given the jury critical context that could have materially impacted their decision as to count 2 and count 3, especially given that Brandon Belmonte did not testify. All right. Furthermore, well, let's be clear. Let's be clear, simply elegant one. This is the reason why I say he need to do something with his legal team. Cause, sir, okay, this is what I want to know. You keep telling us that we're gonna see the full truth. I mean, you've been saying that for the longest. You actually told us to go and look up your old case or look up the old reason why you was in prison. You said to look it up, and that's what we did. We went and looked it up. And what we read is what we read, sir. What happened in court happened. I mean, what you want us to, what do you want us to look up? Your attorneys, your legal team need to be fired because clearly, you didn't provide them with a lick of this evidence to back up anything. You didn't provide nothing in court, which is why I don't understand why you even filed this motion for a new trial, sir, because you didn't provide evidence during the first trial. So what's going to be the difference when the second one come around, if you granted it? You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. He was not prepared for his own trial. And I thought before you go to trial, baby, you're supposed to have all kind of meetings with your attorneys. Your attorneys are supposed to help you walk through the process and all of this kind of stuff. Ain't that what your legal team for? So your legal team throughout this whole process never asked you for not a lick of evidence. Which one was he? Which one was his accountant that he said handled all his banking? Oh wait, he said his accountant might be in the upper room. Yeah, he did say that. He did. Okay, that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, like, dog, you filing these motions and stuff. I'm just trying to figure out which. I mean, you got the right to file the motion. I mean, otherwise they wouldn't do it, right? But you got the right. Okay. Child, now let's go on and finally get into what we need to get into about this whole YouTube stuff. My God, today, let's get into it. Let's get into it. See, I remember me reading the document to y'all about there had supposedly been a YouTuber that had yelled that this was guilty and all of this kind of stuff. Y'all remember that? Okay, let's get into it. Further, there is the matter of Shaquilla Perez, I guess that's how you say that, and her intimidation of the jurors. To recap, on Sunday, March the 10th of 2024, defense counsel was alerted of a video posted on Instagram on Thursday, March 7, 2024, by a podcaster and a YouTuber named Shaquilla Perez. I guess that's how you say it. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Shaquilla. With the last name Perez, why is your first name Shaquilla? Shaquilla. said Shaquilla. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shaquilla. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's get back. Okay. Further, there is a matter of Shaquilla Perez and her intimidation of the jurors. To recap, on Sunday, March the 10th, 2024, defense counsel was alerted that to a video posted on Instagram on Thursday, March the 7th of 2024, by a podcaster and YouTuber named Shaquilla Perez, who posts under the name A Gift and a Curse. Oh, okay. Who was present during the trial at approximately 4:10 into this video, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into this video. Ms. Perez states, "Oh, look, one of the jury members. Look at one of the jury members. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do. In the name of Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, y'all, I've been walking past all the jury members outside like, yeah, that mother is guilty." Damn, girl. Oh, you taking me too fast. You taking me too fast. Yeah. Oh God, that is not supposed to be funny. Baby, Shaquilla was on it that day. Shaquilla, Shaquilla, girl, you even repeated yourself. Shaquilla. I'm so sorry, y'all. I gotta read that one more time. Just this little piece about what she said. Where it start? Okay. At approximately 4:10 into the video, Miss Perez states, "Oh, look, one of the jury members. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do. In the name of Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, y'all, I've been walking past all the jury members outside like, yeah, that mother guilty." Oh, hey, girl. Sorry. So they can hear me while leaving the store. Once outside the store at approximately 4:29 into the video, Miss Perez shouts out, "Hell yeah, he guilty." Baby, Shaquilla, you petty, girl. Shaquilla, you is funny, girl. I don't think you're supposed to do that though, but now, y'all, I don't know if this really happened. I have heard from several people that it did really happen. Again, I don't know the truth. I did never see it, so I don't really know. But I'm just reading the document. Okay, so let me get back to it. Once outside the store at approximately 4:29 into the video, Miss Perez shouts out, "Hell yeah, he guilty. I told y'all he guilty, y'all." Apparently, towards the members of the jury. At around 4:48, she states, "I need them to understand what that mother..." Wait a minute. "I need them to understand what the F is going on." Y'all know they getting a little confused because he up there giving his bullshit sob story. We ain't got time for that nigga. The nigga guilty, period. Before yelling guilty. Girl, I don't know if you said all that, but Lord. That is a key to me. Now, y'all, the bishop say he do got the video, so I don't know. So maybe I don't know. Again, I'm not very sure if this happened. I don't need no problems with nobody. I don't know if this happened in real life. Okay, it's all a legend. Okay, it's all alleged. I do not know. I just want to put that out there. Okay. Before yelling guilty again, apparently towards the individual, Ms. Perez identified as a juror. Oh, okay, sorry. Again, apparently towards the individual, Ms. Perez identified as a juror. Okay, cool. Now the court concluded. They asked everybody. They did a poll. They did an inquiry, and they asked everybody, the jurors, and they said they didn't hear nothing. Okay, no juror reported having heard those statements, but this was not significant. If Ms. Perez is admitting on a video to yelling at jurors that Mr. Whitehead was guilty and that they should convict it, is not a stretch to assume that she had undertaken conduct which she did not post or admit publicly. Okay, there is no way to know if Ms. Perez had made threats or statements to the juror to ensure their silence about her tampering. Based upon the video, it would be responsible for an observer to question the integrity of the verdict, even with the court's inquiry. Such a situation should lead to a new trial to ensure that the verdict is sound. Let me tell you something right here. Let me just tell your grinning ass something. I'm fit to tell you right now, okay? I'm fit to throw all that bishop shit out the door, okay? Let me talk to the chief apostle, okay? Let me talk to you, sir. Let me talk to you. Do you know what's going to be the most embarrassing thing? As if these folks re-grant you another trial and you come back guilty on all 5 counts again. Do you know the type of hollering I am going to do from the depths of my soul, sir? Do you know? Because this is so laughable. This is really laughable. He grinning coming out of the courthouse like it's really something. You're going to be so embarrassed, or you should be embarrassed, if all of these counts come back as guilty all over again if they do grant you a new trial. Girl. It should be noted that the defense subpoenaed Brandon Belmonte to testify. However, he did not testify in front of a jury after the court granted the government's motion to preclude his testimony. Finally, there is a matter of denial of the ability to re-argue the motion to convert the search warrants. The search warrants affidavits in, y'all see all that right there. Signed and sworn by the FBI agent Thomas Ford, state in relevant part. On or about May the 5th, 2022, the FBI recorded a FaceTime exchange between CS and Whitehead, which again, I think that's Belmonte. Emphasis added. However, after the point when the motions were filed, then the transcripts of the call were handed over shortly before the trial. It became evident for the first time that the May 5th, 2022 call referenced in referenced in numerous warrant affidavits was not recorded by the FBI. It was recorded by Brandon Belmonte and brought to the FBI 3 weeks later. Put another way, in this call was not recorded by the FBI, and any statement that it was is false. You know what I'm curious to know. on your live, on your Instagram live, see, this is why I'm replaying all the live so the people can know exactly what to think, you know, how to think, all that kind of stuff. You know, based off of what you done said in the past. Um, sir, the search warrant that I think you're talking about is when they went to go look at your church to see if you had some guns up in there. Okay. You told that man that on that phone call and it just made them people go on in there and check. I mean, come on, man. Trying about time judgment day has come. They should add another court, another count of lying on the witness stand. Yep. And Tracy, my next question too is this going to open the door for other things to happen? Could he possibly be charged with other things? Because, sir, I feel like this was a mistake. I really do. I feel like that, and it ain't no. I just feel like it was a mistake. Grinning like a like a from the time this bishop came on the scene, it's been one thing after another. He always in a problem. He needs to repent and be baptized again, baby. He need to. I got something for you, cause this sounds like you might be new over here. I got something for you though.
Present you as he turns. This great leader, Chief Apostle Lamar Miller Whitehead. Come on. Present you as he turns.
Yeah, I just had to. I just had to, baby. I had done it the whole time, child. Put some respect on the apostle's name. Okay, the chief apostle. He is the chief apostle. Yeah. Okay. No, I had another question. It was actually a question about, oh, y'all said new charges could definitely be added. I was thinking that dang, I had another question. I can't think of what it was. It'll come back to me, I guess. Okay. So, however, after the point when the motions were filed, when the transcripts of the calls were handed over shortly before trial, it became evident for the first time that the May 5th, 2022 call referenced in numerous warrant affidavits was not recorded by the FBI. It was recorded by Brandon Belmonte and brought to the FBI almost 3 weeks later. Putting it another way, this call was not recorded by the FBI, and any statement that it was is false. This fact was not able to be asserted until these transcripts were given over. The video showed a video recording of Brandon Belmonte on the phone with Lamar Whitehead. There was no way of knowing who was recording the video, and the counsel was only left with the statement from Mr. Ford. Okay, y'all know that was the FBI Special Agent Ford. That it was recorded by the FBI. It was not until the 3,500 materials was received, and I guess that's not. I think that's a court reference number. Okay. But anyway, it's 3,500 material was received. That it became clear how long this call remained in Brandon Belmonte's possession and unknown to the FBI. Okay. The conclusion, based on the foregoing, It is respectfully submitted that the relief request in this preliminary statement be granted, as well as any just and further relief this court deems necessary. Respectfully submitted, Don Furio. Sir, ma'am, Don Furio. Girl. Anyway. Now this says that it was respectfully submitted on 3/23 of 2024. That was a few days ago. So yeah, child, true. I don't wish anyone be jailed. He has consequences for his actions. Pay Miss Pauline Summer her money ASAP. But you know what, Angie? Let's just call a spade a spade. Hey, Louisiana chick. Let's just call a spade a spade. You had time to make things right with Miss Anderson, but your pride got a hold of you. Your pride caught a hold of you. You wanted people to respect you as being the chief apostle, bishop, all of the things that you are. You wanted to, you even asked the court to your lawyers even asked the court to respect your title. My thing though is, at this particular point, you had time to work things out with Miss Pauline Anderson. You didn't want to. You had time to work things out with Rasheed Anderson. You didn't want to. I don't wish jail on nobody unless you out here touching and, you know, R-wording and doing the things you should not be doing. Then I wish your ass up on jail. But, you know, situations like this, I really think you put yourself in this situation by not doing what was necessary. Again, making things right with Miss Anderson. Right, not threatening people. You threatened her son. Not only did you threaten her son, you threatened Belmonte, you threatened all of these people because you want to act like you such this big and mighty dude, like everybody's supposed to walk around here and be scared of you. They even said that in court, that people is scared of you. For what? You just need one good ass whooping and one of you. And I don't condone no violence, but you need one good ass whooping and one about you. Will nobody be walking around here scared of you? I'm just saying. Like, come on now. Yeah, he threatened her and her son. And then let's be realistic about the situation. Miss Pauline Anderson, you told Miss Pauline Anderson it was supposed to be a agreement that you were paying her $100 a month. Sir, $100 a month, and you supposed to be this millionaire, sir? You really gonna play? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna sing it to the heavens. Rasheed Anderson is better than me. Because guess what? You would not be playing with my mama. No, you wouldn't get an opportunity to keep playing with my mama. I'm just saying. It just wouldn't be no way. I salute him. He got a lot of patience. So I won't play with you playing with my mama. No, you not finna be playing with my mama. And the moment you think you about to text her a threat, baby, I'll be on the other side of Brooklyn, wherever you from, the Bronx, Jersey, wherever. You'd have to look for me playing with my mama. I'm just saying. So Rasheed Anderson, salute to you, my brother. Salute to you. Because it couldn't have been me. Just couldn't have been, because you're not about to play with my mama. And I get some of the situation. I get, and it could possibly be that Rasheed has a lot of guilt because he trusted this man. I could see that. I could see him having a lot of guilt. I could see that possibly eating Rasheed Anderson up a little bit because, again, don't nobody want to see that mama in no situation like this at all. And you trusted this man. You trusted that this man would do what he said he would do, and he didn't do it. So, yeah, I know Rasheed Anderson probably feels some type of way on both sides. Feels some type of way about this diabolical fool. But then also, again, I think he probably feels, he probably has a little guilt within himself about what transpired. Y'all see what I'm saying? And that may be the reason why he don't respond, because maybe when he responds, he might go fully left. So I can kind of understand it. I can. But what I don't understand is you playing with my mama. I just don't care. I don't get that part. You ain't finna play with my mama, okay? And me and my mama don't even get along like that. But you know, yeah, you not finna play with my mama. So yeah, y'all. I just wanted to tell y'all this. I'm sure really be and Pam might talk on this, and I'm definitely gonna be in Pam's live because I do got some questions because some of this stuff I ain't understand because they give the examples of stuff that has happened in the past and stuff like that. But I surely want to. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Shout out to Tracy again. Shout out to Tracy for this information. I really do appreciate you 100%. Okay. Uh True, not everyone has a son that is that patient. He is lucky for real, for real. Someone else, yeah, like I've been saying that like for the last few weeks, like especially how I heard, that they was questioning Miss Anderson or whatever. And I'm just thinking in my mind, it's just not gonna be too many times that you finna play with my mama and think you about to get away with it. Hell no. 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 And y'all, Mr. Rasheed Anderson has done like a little short interview clip. He did it right after Whitehead was found guilty. Where he talked to the news station there. Child. My thing is, why you ain't tag Baller Alert, Neighborhood Talk, the Shade Room? Why you ain't tag Kirk Franklin? Why you ain't tag Tasha K? Why you ain't tag all these people that you got all these problems and things with? Won't you let them see? Because you was grinning and let me put it back on the screen. He was grinning and kikiing about filing this motion.
What's up, y'all? In the city. Today is a good day. Motion filed today, asking for a new trial with a lot of the truth that's in it. So everybody that was supporting the bishop, y'all keep supporting me. But I want y'all to go on Pacer, pull that motion up, and see the real truth.
Sir, what's the real truth? What's the real truth? The real truth at this particular point is this bullshit you asking in this motion. We know exactly what it is. Bullshit. Okay? Say it with me. No. Do this. Sniff up in the air. You smell that? Y'all smell that? Just kind of sniff a little bit. Yeah, y'all smell that? Y'all smell it? Smell like bullshit to me. Smell like bullshit to me. Hey, what it sound like? It smell like to me. What it smell like and sound like. Okay. And if it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, then it's a damn duck. Okay. It's a duck. But this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. I like nice things, but I pay using my money. Right. Money that you worked hard for. Child, this man here, I just cannot. Okay, y'all. So I wanted to discuss this with y'all. Now, I am gonna cover the Diddy stuff. Oh, this man is. Wait, what is going on? Hold on, y'all. Oh, child, I'm gonna have to check this out when I get off of here. Oh, that breaks my heart. Sorry, y'all. I was listening to this. There's a guy that I follow. He's live and he's been going through some stuff where he can't his his three baby moms keep trying to take his his kids, and one of the kids passed away in the baby mom's custody, and they're saying that he can't take care. He's not capable of taking care of any of the kids, so they want to put the kids in foster care, and I think that is so whack. Like, and so he's pretty much live begging and pleading for help, begging for someone to help him because man, listen, child, it is much more things going on in this world besides banning damn TikTok. Okay, I'm just saying it is so much going on more than sitting up here worried about if TikTok gonna be banned next month, next week, and all kind of stuff. Like, it is a lot going on in this world, y'all. It really is. A lot of this stuff is just heavy for a lot of people. So I'm praying for him. I'm praying for him, and I'm gonna bring y'all the complete story. Probably, I'll say in the next few days. So I'm actually gonna do my due diligence and do some research on the story. But that is what I seen as of earlier today. And I mean, they are tagging people in his video, like, but they tagging like damn, what's his name, Ben Crumpin, and Ben Crumpin ain't finna do shit. Ambulance chasing that. Let me get off of here, cause I cuss Ben Crump out. I'm sorry. Y'all know how I feel about that Ben Crump. Ben Crump don't do nothing. Ben Crump probably won't even do nothing for his own family. And yeah, I said it. Anyway, I gotta go, y'all. Let's make sure we hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe. Keep an eye out on Really Be and Pam. Just keep an eye out on everybody, so y'all can tune in and get the most latest updates in regards to the bishop. Okay, and I got something for y'all on y'all way out.
Present you as he turns. This great leader, Chief Apostle Lamar Miller Whitehead. Come on.